Is reality as fixed as we believe it to be? We wake each day assuming we all generally remember the same world, the same history, people, events. Sometimes, however, those memories don't match one another's. Stranger still, sometimes those memories don't match the world around us. A popular brand logo loses all nostalgia and looks off. A famous film quote isn't quite how you recall. A well-known historical event is said to have happened differently than you remember, or sometimes has yet to happen at all. It's a strange phenomenon where large groups of people find themselves sharing conflicting memories, differing from the generally accepted, verifiable facts. Experiencing this can range from curiosity to feeling disturbed at having to question your own memory. But there's a more unsettling possibility than fallible recall. What if instead of mistakes in our memories, these are fragments of an alternate timeline? An overlap or a jumping to a different reality altogether? If an alternate version of reality exists, how would we know? And what would have caused this shift to happen? This is Fright Life, a paranormal podcast, and on this episode, we will be discussing CERN and the Mandela Effect.
Hey, welcome to Fright Life. We're your hosts, Joss and Monique.
Hello.
And on this episode, we are discussing CERN and the Mandela Effect.
Yes, we are.
But before we get started, we just wanted to remind you to please like and subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel and take this show to the stars or the moon, if it exists. This has been something that we've been experiencing or like looking into, pretty much since it started being a thing.
Yeah, definitely for years at least. And I remember originally a friend of mine brought it to my attention. This was before it was all over social media, because right now it's having kind of another resurgence. And people are making videos about it, and there are new things happening every day. And we'll get into exactly what that means for those of you who don't know or may not know. But a friend of mine brought it up, and he has always been a little on the quirky side. And he gave me...
We'll call it fringe.
Sure. Which I loved hearing his ideas and theories and thoughts on things. I would always entertain them. And he was a smart person, but sometimes things were a little too wonky for me. And this is one of them in the way that he presented it. And some of the examples he gave, which we'll talk about today as well, were not convincing enough. But when you find the right example, even the non-believers have to say, maybe there's a little something to this.
And we love that. That's what we're looking for.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what is the Mandela Effect? Let's do a general synopsis.
Yeah, If you haven't heard of the Mandela Effect, the idea is basically that you remember something one way, but the historical documentation of that thing is different.
Yeah, it differs than your memory, doesn't match. You bring it up like, hey, wasn't this always insert issue here?
Yeah.
And someone is like, no, it's this way. But then other people are like, wait a minute, I remember what you're saying.
Yeah.
And so there's this split from kind of the verifiable current reality. So people were really starting to catch on. Now, it originated in the 80s. It may have existed before that, but one of the prime examples took place in the 80s when a large group of people remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison,
Mm-hmm.
only to be shocked to find out that he was released from prison in 1990
Mm-hmm.
and lived until 2013.
Yeah.
Now, so this is kind of the main one and one of the biggest examples, and it's also how it got its name.
Yep.
And that was when paranormal researcher Fiona Broom started observing this issue and looking more into it.
Yeah, she was actually at Dragon Con in 2009 and was having a conversation with a security guard. And somehow it was brought up that they both remember him dying in prison.
Okay.
And she was like, well, that's really weird. Like, I thought I was the only person, or like in her immediate circle, you know? And
Just
then
like
there was-
getting it wrong.
yeah.
And so she kind of was like, oh, okay, I must have been wrong about that.
And there were a few other people around that were like, no, I remember that too.
Wow.
And it kind of sparked her fascination with the whole thing. And then in 2010, she started a website to like collect data on this and like have other people come forward who had, you know, experienced the same thing of like, I remember him specifically. And she even went so far as to describe like seeing the funeral on TV.
Yeah.
And like specifically like this one woman who was crying, and it was there's like a close up of her on the TV, and like thousands of other people were like, yep, I saw that too.
Interesting. So
And it
that's
just grew from there.
Yeah, and that's how it was given its name, the Mandela Effect. That's what we all know it to be today. There are dozens of examples of this. And like I said, it's all over social media. People are making videos about this, and there are new ones coming out all the time.
Yeah.
And some I hear and I'm like, that doesn't sound very compelling. And then some are like shocking to me. And I'm like, there's no way this is a thing.
Yeah.
So let's get into some of those examples.
Yeah,
And we'll talk about some theories and some theories on how this may happen and who may be responsible.
Yeah. And as we're going through these too, like if you at home listening or in your car or wherever you're at, happen to think of one like that we didn't catch or like we didn't put in our notes, put it in the comments too, because it would be an interesting discussion to hear what other people have, even if it's like a personal one. But yeah, I mean, there are a few that like if you are on the internet in any capacity at all, like you probably have heard these before.
So we'll give our takes on them
sure.
and go over some of the most, famous ones, and then maybe some lesser known.
Yeah, like the biggest one, the one that really gets outside of course, Nelson Mandela, is the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears.
Yes. Now, before we break that one down, I've kind of put them into a few different categories. So I have like spelling, names, and titles. And so there are lists that fall under that. And then quotes, phrases, lyrics.
Okay.
And there's a list for those. And then visuals, characters, and logos. So more like
perfect
things we've seen that are maybe different.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the Berenstain Bears. Now, I say Bernstein Bears.
Me too. And for me, that was not something that I came up with. Like this was from grade school when the teachers who, I mean, I would hope know how to read words.
Yeah.
would, be like, okay, we're going to read Berenstain Bears. Go to the swimming pool or go to the moon.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
I thought the teacher was telling the class where to go to like listen to the book.
No.
I was like, what? Go to the library. Go to the circle time carpet.
No, all of the Berenstain Bears would go and do things, and that would be the title of the book. Right.
I thought you were just a teacher giving directions. But
the thing that's really like crazy about this one, it's not like a spelling. Like I would think if I was creating these characters, I would spell it Berenstein, like Bear. right? Because they're bears.
Yeah. Now, I get where you're going with that, but the authors of the book...
Idiot.
No. Is it not their last name?
Oh, who knows?
No, I do. There's the answer to that.
There's no way anybody... Don't look it up. There's no way we could find out.
It is their last name, so they probably spelled it correctly.
All right.
I think this one... So, you guys, we're talking about spelling. So, S-T-A-I-N versus S-T-E-I-N, which could also... Stein?
Yeah.
Stain. The correct one is A-I-N.
That's how it appears on the cover of the book.
Yeah, and it is the last name.
Right. But my whole argument for the whole thing is like a teacher who is teaching children how to read would understand the difference between A-I-N and E-I-N.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You'd think. But there are also different, pronunciations of names that are unfamiliar to you.
Sure.
Even just doing this podcast, I'll take notes all day long and then go to read something out loud and be like, oh, wow, I've actually never thought about how to say this word aloud. You
do such a good job. I don't even attempt any of the names of the physicists and stuff that are in French or whatever.
Yeah. Also, I did cut you off about that idea about Berenstain. Even if it is the last name of the authors, that would have been a nice little touch. So
I honestly thought that's just how it would have been spelled.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a really good example of...
Okay. I feel like it is not a good example.
Okay.
It's one of the prime examples. It's one of the first ones people tell you about. I just think interpreting spelling, there are a lot of different languages out there, different cultures, and it's not a big one. I think it's just misinterpreting the spelling of the name. And then you hear it a certain way and then repeat it a certain way.
And it was ingrained in most of our brains before we could read anyway. Yeah. Right? So that does make sense.
Another one that is both spelling and sort of visual is Febreze. So the scented spray, the deodorizer spray, it's a brand. Most people think it's spelled Febreze, F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E, like a breeze, but it is not. It's just F-E-B-R-E-Z-E.
Which is just incorrect. I feel like maybe we should be in marketing. We've had two really good ideas.
Well, so a lot of people think this. So they also had this idea. Yeah. And it's just a missed opportunity. People think of fresh scented linens or whatever, on a clothing line, in the breeze,
That's what I think of.
But that's the explanation for why we assume that it's spelled that way. Is just, it should be.
Yeah.
And they fucked up.
It's just a hard miss opportunity.
And you know what? They spelled it this way, but I'm not even going to acknowledge that because it should have been breeze, like a breezy day. And they were wrong, and we will all spell it. Although none of us have ever spelled, this is the first time I wrote it out.
Yeah.
Is for this show.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. How hard are we really looking?
At these
things?
True.
Right. So another example is Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm.
Some people swear it was called Sex in the City. To me, I think this is a terrible example of a Mandela Effect. I think it's more those people just were not aware of the actual title of the show.
Yep. But...
No offense to anybody. But
I was in the camp of Sex in the City.
Because you didn't watch the show.
Right.
How would you know? Sex in the City, Sex in the City. I just said them that two different ways, but it sounded the same.
It totally did.
Because I did not enunciate.
Yeah. I was about to say, it seems like you'd be able to tell the difference between and in, but you just proved that wrong.
If you just say it real quick.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Okay.
Tiny Toons.
Looney Tunes.
Or Tiny Toons.
Oh, Tiny Toons is such a good
So
show.
good, though. Also,
We should watch it.
there's a really good Sega Genesis game for the Tiny Toons, and I just got it from my emulator, and it's really fun, actually. And I don't remember ever playing it as a kid. Mandela Effect.
Maybe yeah. You didn't know about it.
But, and this is another, like, marketing, like, what were you thinking? Mm-hmm. Because it's Looney Tunes, Tunes.
ES, like music.
Right. But they're cartoons. So, like, everybody thought that it was spelled Toons, like cartoons.
That one does seem wrong as well.
Yeah. Like you were saying, like, that seems obvious and like a missed marketing opportunity. Mm-hmm. But I wonder what the, like, psychology behind that is. Like, people remembering it a certain way, unless it's just an alternate reality.
Well, we haven't gotten into that yet,
Okay.
but those of you who already know what these things are, like you're aware that that is one of the theories. But let's move on to like quotes, phrases, lyrics.
Yeah.
These are also ones they don't hold a lot of weight for me because I think that they can be misinterpreted and misquoted easily. And especially if you just hear it a certain way and never repeat it, or you hear it and then it's like a game of telephone.
Sure.
By the end, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But one of the biggest ones is from Star Wars. Mm-hmm. It's the Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's impossible. Because Luke is a big whiny baby.
Luke Skywalker, as played by Mickey Mouse.
That's what he sounds like to me.
He does. He's a little, well...
No, Mickey Mouse is secure.
Okay.
He knows what's up. Luke Skywalker is a little bitch.
His whole world was just ripped away from him.
All right.
He spent the
I would have
last
been fine.
5 to 10 years of his life hating the Empire and Darth Vader specifically, only to find out that this is his dad. Like, what?
Yeah, that would be upsetting.
It's like finding out that your dad is Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would suck.
that face is correct.
But I would be mad about it, and then I would slice him in half with my lightsaber.
He couldn't. His lightsaber is literally severed from his hand.
Oh, damn it. You're right. I still think he's whiny.
Oh, my God. Okay. The correct line is, no, I am your father.
Right, because he's like, did, what's his name?
He told me enough.
Did Obi-Wan
He told
tell
me you
you
killed him.
Right.
No, I am your father. It's fucking it's so good.
It is.
And there's
so
a whole story about like not even Harrison Ford knew. And so in the like premiere, Harrison Ford is sitting next to Mark Hamill, and he's like, "Why didn't you tell me that, kid?" And he's like, "I love that. That's great."
It's so good. I love all of it, and I'm totally just kidding. And I love Mark Hamill, and I love Star Wars. We're getting too heavy into Star Wars. We will talk about it a little bit more in a minute. But I think that when you quote it, Luke, I am your father, puts the context of the scene.
Yeah.
Because to say no, I am your father, it doesn't really give all the information that's necessary. So I think that one just, someone said it that way on some press tour or something, and it just got picked up, and then everyone says it.
Yeah.
But that is interesting because we used to do it. Gosh, what was it? We do the whole like Darth Vader breathing.
Yeah.
And like Luke, and then pause and breathe.
Yeah.
And then say it.
Yeah.
So that is kind of weird.
I don't.
Like, you have watched Star Wars forever. So did you ever think it was Luke, I am your father?
No.
Did you quote it that way?
Yes. That's the thing.
But you knew that it wasn't the right line.
I didn't. It like that one is specifically very strange to me because I'm such a massive Star Wars fan. Specifically, Empire Strikes Back is my like favorite one.
Well, it's the best one.
Arguably, correct. When I found out, or I don't know, that's a weird one because it's all a blur. You know, the million times you've seen it.
Yeah.
And like, it's hard to remember for sure, but the no, I am your father is definitely correct. Like if you go and watch it right now.
It's a whole conversation.
Right. But I don't specifically remember like hearing that for the first time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That it's like a
and
fuzzy,
being like
hazy...
a little nerd, and you're like, that's wrong. When some kid says it on the playground.
Yeah.
It's actually this.
Right.
That never took place.
And I live for movie quotes. Like that's my favorite, like all day movie quotes all day. So
I know. I live here.
You are aware. So yeah, I mean, that one is very interesting to me.
Okay. Yeah, same.
There's no way to know for sure.
Okay. Another one is Apollo 13.
Mm-hmm.
And the line, Houston, we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
This one is slight, but it's actually, Houston, we've had a problem here, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what he says next. Or
We've got a problem. Or whatever. It's probably fine.
It's probably fine. Don't worry about it.
We're all freezing to death. Unrelated.
Yeah. So Houston, we have a problem versus Houston, we've had a problem. I think is so minimal that it's just misquoting it.
Yeah. There's a funny little bit of movie trivia that the movie knew that the line was incorrect, like the quoted line, and they put it in the movie anyway as kind of like a little like, That's what Tom Hanks did.
Also, okay, that sounds Tom Hanksy.
Yeah.
Also, in the movie Scream,
Mm-hmm.
when something goes missing, I think the main girl is like fighting back, and one of the killers says to the other killer, he's like, Houston, we have a problem here. That's just like another...
Yeah, perpetuating that incorrect quote.
Right. Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Do you know about that
Everybody does the like, hello, Clarice. Like,
oh, shit.
Weird voice. But he doesn't say hello. He says good morning.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, that's another one. Like, I specifically always remember it being hello.
See,
and quoting that because it's like a funny...
But I remember people quoting it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't call upon my memory of Anthony Hopkins saying it in the movie. Either way.
Right.
So I wouldn't be able to know, like, speak on it.
Yeah. And that's not a movie that you're just like, this is my favorite. I'm going to pop it in on a Sunday morning. You know, it's like...
maybe some people.
That's pretty... It's a really interesting phenomenon because everybody remembers it incorrectly based on the quote that everybody says.
Now, I have this in my notes and I didn't quite know where to put it in. But since you just said that, everyone says it incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The issue with these, one line versus the other line, Bernstein versus Bernstein, Febreze or Febreze. It's not which one is correct.
Right.
And we'll get into it when we talk about the theories, but it's more which one, like which side are you on? Which one were you aware of?
Right.
And that they both exist.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And then the like big one, I think, is mirror, mirror on the wall.
Really?
Who's the fairest of them all?
Yeah, except that it's magic mirror on the wall.
Nope.
With these ones and a lot of the Disney ones, because there are more, it's interesting to me that they're even considered Mandela effects because these movies are adaptations of books or fairy tales that are retold in various ways.
Sure.
Another one, like the Alice in Wonderland, we're all mad here. That's actually not what is said. But there are so many retellings of this that it might be said that way in one of those retellings that you read about or watched.
Sure.
And so you're just kind of combining the two things.
Yeah, subconsciously like connecting dots that don't exist kind of thing. Yeah.
Now, another one of those is hi ho, it's off to work we go.
Is that not right?
No.
What?
So it's home from work we go.
No, it is not.
But I think, and I did not actually go and like plug in our Snow White VHS, which we do have. I mean, it's like the 90s release of it, but.
Yeah, it's that weird, like big plastic squishy cover.
Yeah, love those. We have a collection taller than Olivia, and I just can't get rid of them. Nor should we.
No.
So I didn't go check this out, but I've always thought that they say both because they show the seven dwarves going to work and returning.
Oh, okay.
So both of those could exist. If you guys know this, or maybe I'll go plug it in.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go find a VCR. Plug it in.
Jake's got a VCR.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. You can just tell me about it. It's a really nice one.
Good. We should get a VCR.
No.
What? Anyway.
It's more trouble than it's worth.
I'm going to go, we'll check it out. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I think that both of those are true.
Yeah.
In the same song.
It makes sense if it's like reprise, you know, like the lesser known part of the song.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't.
But if both are
quote
true,
me.
like I feel like if both are true, that would have been a Mandela effect that was like pretty widely debunked.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll have to check it out. Now, let's get into the visuals, characters, logos, and then we'll get into some crazier ones.
Yeah.
The Monopoly guy is
Yeah.
one. Everybody picture the Monopoly guy. What's his name? Daddy Warbucks?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
No. Jeff Monopoly, I think is his name.
I don't think so. That's not it either.
Jeffrey.
Joffrey. No, it's not. Picture the Monopoly guy. Milburn, Rich Uncle, Pennybags. His legal name.
Yeah.
Does he or does he not have a monocle?
Yes. Monocle.
Not. He does not have a monocle. Now remember, this is not right versus wrong according to the Mandela effect. This is timeline versus timeline. So we're both correct, but we're on different waves of existence.
Okay.
I, however, think I know why people think he has a monocle, and I don't know if this is necessarily a good example of a Mandela effect. So he's got a top hat, right? Well, he doesn't. What even is Monopoly? What if you were like, what are you talking about? You know, the board game, Boardwalk, Park Place. You're like, no, dude.
Are you talking about apartment buildings, the board game?
It just has a whole different name. Yeah, but that would be crazy, but that is what happens. And some people feel like. Anyway, Mr. Peanut, who looks similar to the Monopoly guy.
Similar fashion sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Similar era.
Similar body type, actually.
Similar bank accounts, I think.
I haven't seen the Monopoly guy naked. I'm just grasping at straws.
Oh my God. Mr. Peanut has his shell on. He is very famously not naked.
The peanuts are his internal organs.
The shell is like, that's his outer layer.
That's his skin.
Okay.
And the peanuts are obviously his internal organs. And he just walks around in fucking leggings and a top hat. Don't judge his lifestyle.
And a monocle.
And a monocle.
And a cane.
He has arms,
Does
right?
he have a cane? Okay. I'm just saying the characters look similar. And so people are taking Mr. Peanut's monocle and putting it on, you know, the Monopoly guy's image.
Some sort of
visually.
Horrific abomination of man peanut.
You're fucking funny, dude. Okay. On a more serious note, Pikachu.
That, you know what?
Does he have... So Pikachu is a Pokemon.
Yes.
He's yellow. He has like electricity powers?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's adorable. Does he or does he not have a black band at the end of his tail?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember
I don't
black
remember
band.
specifically either. Apparently he doesn't. And
Okay.
people think it's because he has the black on the tips of his ears, so they assume it would also be on his tail.
Yeah.
Now, this is where I get into like, I never specifically thought about it before. So if someone says, oh, he doesn't, I don't really have a lot to comment on.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not like astounded.
I used to watch that show, when I was younger, and like Pikachu was obviously the coolest Pokemon
Yeah.
because he's just a little guy
He's the cutest.
and you just want him to win.
I don't know. There's so many. It's hard to
So,
choose.
Yeah, but I feel like that one is not. And if it is, like if there are images of him with a black stripe on his tail, that's the other thing. With animated characters,
Like fan art.
or like concept art that might still be official artwork, but
or
like
unlicensed versions of the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's tricky.
Interesting. Now, C-3PO. We're getting back into Star Wars territory.
Yeah.
What color is he?
Well, he's gold.
Yes.
Mostly. Except for one silver leg.
Yes.
Left leg. It's like his shin.
Down. His
Down.
knee down, yeah.
Yeah. Is silver.
Yes.
Now,
some people swear he's always been all gold.
Right.
No silver leg. And that the silver leg thing is new. Now, I do understand that can be like, whoa, what? However, the film quality, I mean, it's great. But when you're watching it on a little screen back in the day, and the tone of gold that he's painted, it's very high gloss.
Yeah.
So it's reflecting light. There are images where his chest area looks silvery because it's just the light is bouncing off of it. So I think that people just assume, and you don't see the bottom half of him a lot in like full focus. I think people just assume he's all gold.
Yep. And what's kind of cool about that one is the silver shin became really prevalent when they did the special edition re-release of Star Wars, because it all came out in like high definition.
Right. And
so it's like remastered.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But it's not new.
No.
It just became more visible.
Yeah.
With the clarity.
And I think, if knowledge serves, there was a thing with the prop department, and his silver leg had a crack in it. Or his gold one, sorry. Gold leg had a crack in it.
Okay.
And so the prop department was just like, here, throw this one on there. And because of the lighting in the scene or whatever, like, nobody will notice. So it was kind of to your...
Interesting. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a whole story behind why.
Yeah. And that's the thing about some of these Mandela effects is like, if you dig deep enough, you can find the answer or the contradiction as to why it's not correct.
Well, for balance, I'm going to say, if you're counting this as a Mandela effect, that whole backstory could still be the alternate reality.
Sure.
Why did his leg crack?
Yeah.
That's where it's like the whole butterfly effect thing of like something happened to cause his leg to crack, and then they replaced it with the silver leg. And in reality number 2, which runs alongside that one until that moment, that he doesn't crack his leg and he keeps it gold.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what this whole thing is about. So while I think there's an explanation for it,
what's kind of cool. Okay, so jumping the gun just a little bit, when we talk about CERN, keep in mind that happened, all the CERN stuff was like 2009? No, 2010. Anyway, we'll get to it. But for me, growing up, huge Star Wars fan, I missed the initial toy run from like the 70s and early 80s of all the like Kenner Star Wars figures. But all the C-3PO toys were just gold.
Oh.
When Kenner did the relaunch and they put out the new wave of Star Wars toys where everybody is super buff for some reason, it was really weird. Also, C-3PO had a golden leg.
Gold or silver?
Gold. So it was like keeping in, and this was when the like special editions came out and everything. So even still, the toys were all gold. So I'm just wondering if maybe that's part of the reason why everybody just assumes is because all the marketing and all the like pop culture
Weird, though.
stuff that you could purchase all had him with gold legs.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah. It is weird. Because why wouldn't they make it accurate to the movie?
Right. Well, you already said they made him all buff.
Yeah. It was so weird. Like, literally, like, Luke Skywalker in his white, like, karate gi. But like, it's like in the toy, it's open, and he just has these massive pecs.
Stop.
It's hilarious.
I wonder if Mark Hamill has any of those.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then there was like a few waves of them that were all that kind of like same super buff mold. Even Darth Vader was like very shoulders and chest. Like
interesting. All right.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Okay. So keeping in line with this whole character appendage situation, Curious George is a monkey. Does he or does he not have a tail?
Does not.
Okay, right.
Right.
Some of these are hard to keep track of. Now, some people remember him with a tail, and some people are adamant that he never had a tail. And the official record is that he does not.
No, he doesn't have a tail. Because he's a chimpanzee. Isn't he?
I don't know. I don't think so. He's a monkey. They say monkey like a bunch.
Our daughter was like obsessed with Curious George.
Christmas monkey,
yeah.
Off of the special when they sing the song Christmas monkey, Christmas monkey. Okay. The same goes for Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Tail or no tail?
Oh, I mean, no tail currently.
No, he has and always has had a tail.
Even Steamboat Willie?
Yep. According to the timeline we are currently on. Now, he doesn't, like, at Disneyland. So that may be why people think he doesn't.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd bet $1 that he didn't have a tail.
$1?
I mean, I don't carry a lot of cash with me, so. So here's one that really freaks me out.
Okay.
The Fruit of the Loom logo.
Yes.
People say that there's like a cornucopia
of fruit.
Yeah. It's like cornucopia, fruit spilling out. Right? It's primary colors, red apple, green grapes, purple grapes. And then the brown cornucopia behind it.
Yeah.
And I absolutely believe cornucopia.
I am of that same camp where if I call that logo to mind, it has a cornucopia.
Yeah.
And there are people who say it doesn't. And the current record of information is that it does not have a cornucopia. It's just a little bundle of fruit.
Yeah.
That one I was shocked by.
Yeah.
I fully believe it had a cornucopia, and it isn't something where like it used to and then they rebranded. They claim, like the officials claim it's never had that.
Well, and there has been a ton of actual research. Like people are so into this one that they have found records going back of like this logo in like JCPenney ads from 1914 or whatever. Like
now, some people are saying the cornucopia is supposedly back and are putting it on TikTok, but I don't know if it's just like clickbait type stuff.
You can't trust anything anymore.
Well, it is. It's hard. There's, AI stuff all over the place. And
I've seen a couple of videos on the internet where it's like, this person is like, I was digging in my grandpa's closet and I found one of his like white undershirts and it has the cornucopia. Now they, there's a video of it. He like pulls it out and he like, you can see it. It's like on the tag, and the tag is all worn out.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're gonna make a prank or like a fake video, like at the very least, I admire your commitment to the bit, because they like took time to weather it and like make it kind of yellow a little bit, like it'd just been worn 100 times.
Gross.
Because they used to make shirts that lasted longer than you know. But I would die on the hill of absolutely it used to have a cornucopia.
Yeah, I'm on that one too. That's one of the ones that personally get me.
Yeah.
Another one we discovered is the thinker, the statue.
Yeah.
The sculpture, the thinker. Does he have his hand under his chin or like resting his forehead on his fist?
Right. So like thinking.
Yes.
Or like
yes.
thinking.
Right.
When I picture the statue in my head, I'm forehead.
See, I'm under the chin.
That's weird.
If you haven't seen it in person.
Yeah. I feel like I've only ever seen that in like a school textbook, you know? I feel like that's a pretty good example of just like putting an image in there that you've only like ever had a cursory glance at.
Right.
You know?
But you said something about people taking photographs in front of this.
Yeah. I was still kind of in the camp of forehead guy, right?
Okay.
It turns out that there's a whole phenomenon happening where people take pictures in front of the statue and like mimic the pose, but they do it wrong.
There's no way.
They're like,
that's true.
Absolutely. Like you can look up the pictures online.
So the statue, the sculpture is behind them and they still don't know
right
what pose.
Right. Because they think, I'm going to do the same pose. And they're just from the memory.
With the direct full-ass sculpture next to them.
Right. Which is actually...
They can reference.
Interesting.
It's not... It pisses me off.
That's fair. But if you think about it, like the whole idea behind the Mandela Effect is that the memory that you have ingrained in your brain is like cosmically put there.
Okay.
Or like cosmically ingrained. And we are now in an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
They're pulling from memory that like...
But they're right there. They can see it.
Right. But
I don't even
their
believe
cosmic memory is like kicking in because it's just like...
Just when they go to pose.
Yeah.
And they're not like, oh, I mean, this way.
Because they just feel like they already know what they should be doing.
Sure.
They're not even really like studying. How does he... Is his elbow out? No, It's like, you know, they're just like, oh, can I just take my picture? And that's because...
And they don't say like, oh, delete that. Let me do it the right way.
George, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
There's a new one circulating about Britney Spears and whether or not she has a headphone.
Like a headset microphone. Yeah. This one is kind of interesting because...
I've seen her with a headset microphone.
Well, when she performs, she always has one on. That was like a whole thing.
Well then...
Because she doesn't want to... But the Mandela Effect here is specifically the music video for Oops, I Did It Again.
Yeah, I think that she does have a headset microphone in that.
Which one is she wearing? The red?
Yeah, that's Oops, I Did It Again.
Yeah.
I thought people were saying that it was in Hit Me Baby One More Time. And I know that she doesn't have one in that video. I do remember her having one in Oops, I Did It Again.
Which I feel like makes sense costume-wise, because isn't she kind of like in like a futuristic kind of like post-apocalyptic? So it's like...
And everyone knows nothing says futuristic like a headset microphone.
Obviously.
So.
Yeah. Now, what's kind of cool about this one is there are people who claim when they're watching back the video that she's dancing, whatever the dance is, and she adjusts
I do know what it is, but
the microphone. But there's no microphone. So...
But there is.
But there isn't.
But there definitely is.
And Britney Spears agrees with you because she goes but in the actual like video footage, there's no microphone there.
Stop.
It's very strange. And I don't know
now
if it's
we're
like
cooking. Now we're getting into some shit.
And this is the one that you would think, oh, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
But like legit, she's dancing and it's not a dance move. She like kind of adjusts it.
Stop. You're like a NASCAR announcer. Why is it so big in your pantomime? She just like adjusts her microphone.
It has a,
it's little and petite and cute.
Yeah, but it has the little like fluffy ball on the end of it.
All right. Well, you were doing some crazy work there.
You have to go, when you're doing pantomime, you have to exaggerate or else it doesn't translate.
Sure.
Especially on camera.
You're the expert, apparently.
Clearly.
No, that one really gets me. And like I said, we're getting into some things. The next one I'm going to bring up, and this one I think could have these next few could have entire episodes because I am baffled. Shazam.
Oh my God. Okay. Legitimately, okay. This one is like serious though. So Shazam, as far as I'm concerned, is a movie starring Sinbad, where he plays a genie. And
came out in the 90s.
Correct. And he grants a couple of kids a bunch of wishes, and shenanigans ensue. Apparently, that movie doesn't exist.
No, it definitely does. I remember it for sure. But one of the explanations against the existence of this film is the existence of a similar movie called Kazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
Also a genie.
Yes.
Also a little boy. Also shenanigans.
Yeah. The problem here is that I specifically remember Sinbad's face, his little goatee, and his big puffy genie hat.
Yeah.
And he's on the cover.
And he's like, Shazam.
Yeah.
No, I can see it too. I can visualize all of that.
And his outfit is like hot pink and gold for some reason.
I don't know. I don't see it that way, but I definitely think that this movie took place.
What's really weird about this one is there's not a lot of people that would argue against it.
So they all think Shazam,
it was
Sinbad, the 90s, definitely existed.
Yes.
But this current reality in which we find ourselves, that did not exist.
Right.
Only Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Which came out around the same time.
Maybe it's like a sliding doors type situation here where there was a casting happening. They both auditioned, and in one timeline it was Sinbad, and in the other timeline it was Shaq. And it was just
and then creative directing took place on, each of those.
Yeah.
Where the title changed slightly, the costuming.
But it's
creepy.
This one specifically, and it's so silly because either exists or it doesn't. Mm-hmm. But I know in my soul that movie exists.
See, but it may not either exist or it doesn't.
Right.
So put a pin in that. But rolling with the movies, and this one is newer, at least is being talked about most recently on social media. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Does Charlie open a Wonka bar to find the golden ticket? Yes. Mm-hmm. Does he open a second Wonka bar to find a golden ticket?
Yes.
No. Apparently, it's a moon pie.
What?
It's a small pinkish package that obviously has a round, a moon pie in it. And that's what he breaks apart and shares with his family.
What?
And people are calling this out and saying when did this happen? But apparently it's not a change or a remastering or a deleted scene or whatever. It's just being accepted as this is how it's always been.
But that doesn't make any sense because
Right.
literally, like, when
They're in the Wonka
Wonka
bars.
goes on TV or whatever to announce the contest,
Yeah.
he specifically says that he hides the tickets in Wonka bars.
Yeah, and also the tickets are big rectangular
Yeah.
golden tickets. How the hell would it even be in a moon pie package? And there's that scene where at the factory, I think it's like the rich kid's dad's factory, they're opening all the Wonka bars to try and find it. It's not just all Wonka products.
Yeah.
It's specifically Wonka bars. So it just also doesn't make any sense in the film
Yeah.
that he would open a moon pie in hopes of finding a golden ticket. Did he could have gotten a moon pie separately, just like for funsies, but why?
But that's like a whole plot point is that they can't afford another one.
Right.
So why would they get the wrong thing? That's
It's
very strange.
Baffling.
I haven't seen that. I'm not a big fan because the movie like freaked me out as a kid. I was not
it
into
did
that
its
movie.
job.
Yeah.
It is excellent.
Yeah.
I also don't love it, but I know that it's excellent.
Yeah.
Like, because I was just too young and I didn't get it.
Right.
But Wilder, oh my God. Gene Wilder is like,
He's
literally one of my favorite
so
actors
funny
of all time.
It's almost Young Frankenstein season, and I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, that's our kickoff to spooky season every year as we watch Young Frankenstein, which is one of my favorite movies. And you better not tell me any crazy Mandela effects about that. Or should you? All right, if anyone knows any. But no, the Wonka thing is just baffling to me. Here's another thought I had that unravels reality a little further. I'm just trusting the Wonka thing to what I have seen presented to me.
Right.
So I'm also like, wait a second. How real is this? I'm questioning reality on all levels.
Okay.
Because if I've only seen it on social media and looked at other people's research into this, like I said, we didn't go back and watch all these movies.
Yeah. No, that's a terrifying thought.
And then I'm just like, oh, now it's a moon pie.
Yeah.
And I'm contributing into just regurgitating information that I'm hearing.
Right.
That creeped me out more than all of this.
Yeah.
So
that's not a great
we will
feeling.
have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
And now with a lot of these,
I feel like with the moon pie thing, there was video to go along with that.
yeah, for sure.
So,
But there's also AI.
I mean,
now.
Okay, that's true. That's fair. I hate that.
Creeps me out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So like we said, it's not a matter of right and wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a matter of which reality we're accepting or which one we're currently existing in.
Yeah.
So like we said, some of the theories are, misremembering, misquoting, that whole game of telephone on a larger scale. But also this idea of alternate timelines or alternate realities and like the multiverse.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's the butterfly effect, but both things exist based on, something changed at one point in an adjacent timeline. And that somehow all of us who remember the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo are from the same original timeline.
Yes.
And those who know it to be only fruit, sans cornucopia, are from this current reality. And there's somehow a timeline jumping or a portal opening or a bleeding into this timeline.
Yep.
So, what?
Well, we can tell you.
Okay.
We can tell you what's going on if you want to know.
Sure.
So there's this thing. It's called CERN.
Yeah.
The acronym is in French, so I'm not going to attempt.
Okay.
The translation is the European Council for Nuclear Research.
Yes.
And basically, what they are doing is opening portals into alternate dimensions.
Okay. So that's not what's like on their business card.
Right.
But some people think that is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like they are researching physics and what makes up the universe and why.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what they're up to.
What they have in the CERN facility is what's called a Large Hadron Collider.
Hydron?
Hadron.
Okay.
And
Hadron?
Hadron. It's this long circular tube, and they fire particles. They fire particles.
Listen, we're not scientists.
We're not scientists. They fire particles in opposite directions so they collide. And basically, when the particles collide, it is creating a force that scientifically is very similar to what happened immediately after the Big Bang.
Yeah.
And they're doing this because fucking why not?
No, why?
Exactly.
So essentially they could be creating other universes because they're mimicking how the universe was theoretically created.
Yes.
So that is scary.
What's really terrifying about the whole thing is there were very real concerns that doing this would open tiny black holes, just like on Earth.
Just like around.
Yeah. And they were like, no, it's probably going to be okay because the black holes would just fizzle out like instantaneously.
So, okay.
And they were like, we're going to do it anyway. We're just going to shoot those particles.
Bash these particles together.
Like 99.9999999% the speed of light. So it's like just before speed of light. That's how fast they're going and exploding with the force of the universe being created.
So theoretically, when CERN activated this Hadron Collider and started banging things together, people think that around that time is when a lot of these strange divergences started to happen or at least be realized. And aside from these Mandela effects, so basically these alternate realities opening up, all of these different parallel universe situations.
Yeah.
And aside from that, it also coincides with a general feeling of things being odd.
Yeah.
The whole joke of like the state of things right now, where it's like, oh, we actually all died in 2020 and we're all in purgatory or hell or whatever we're in now, is interesting when you really think about it, because it lines up with when CERN was like up to some shenanigans. And then they turned off the collider. Is that a thing?
Yes.
And so things are correcting and it's set to turn back on.
Yes. So there's like this thing that was kind of going around that they recently turned it off this year.
Okay.
And so people have been saying that there is this overwhelming feeling of like time feels like it's not passing as quickly anymore. And
I've had that.
The sky looks more clear and people just feel like they can focus more and like be more present in the moment.
Literally, I've had that.
Yeah.
But I'm busier than ever.
Right.
So that's super weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's a bunch of times where they turned it on and then turned it off, and there are weird
like disturbances in the force
like
at that time.
Like important moments in recent history that occurred. 2018, it was shut down and then turned back on in 2022. There's also a ton of reports of really weird like weather phenomenon happening around the CERN facility.
Well, yeah, they're like stirring up everything.
Yes.
Including weather.
And some really interesting reports of like animals appearing in weird places, like a cow on top of a building where there's no way that it could really get up there.
What?
And that sounds a little bit like
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes.
Which also has portals.
Yeah. Yeah.
We think.
Or something.
There are portals there.
For sure.
Now, the CERN facility is located on the French-Swiss border area. So I don't have eyes on it personally. But like you said, there are some strange things occurring outside the facility. Aside from whatever they're cooking up and creating, there have been reports of like outside forces coming into the area.
So in 2016, there was a video circulating the internet.
Okay.
And it is filmed from a pretty good distance away, but it's the front of the building, and in front of the CERN building, the main entrance, there is a statue of Shiva, the destroyer.
Sure.
Because why not? And in this particular video, there are several hooded figures performing a ritual sacrifice in front of the statue. And as soon as the knife goes to do the killing part, the sacrificing part, the video fumbles and turns off. What is crazy about that is that CERN did not deny that this happened.
Okay.
They said, oh, it was just a prank by some people that work here.
Oh, so not even that it had nothing to do with them?
They fully admit that it happened in front of their building. It was not
But it was a prank?
Apparently.
Okay.
By employees that work there. Because
Why?
you can't just access this area. It's
Okay.
all locked down for, so supervillains don't get in there and blow up the world.
Yeah. Sacrifice people on video streams.
Yeah.
So didn't they do something else, like a parody video? Why are they up to just making weird videos?
Okay, so this is another kind of weird thing. As a company, hey, we're a company and we are having fun. They did a little music video to the Pharrell song Happy.
Okay.
And it's Happy at CERN. And it's a montage of their employees having a good time.
Having to prove that they're having a good time?
Yeah.
Is that one of those blink twice if you're...
There's gunmen just outside the camera frame.
You show them you're having a good time working here and that we're not creating a million hell dimensions.
Okay, you're laughing and making jokes right now, but one of the physicists in the video is wearing two signs. And
what do you mean wearing the sign?
He around his neck, or he's holding.
Situation?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually seen this video, but according to
you read about it,
the lore that I've read about, the first sign, Bond number 1.
Okay.
The first James Bond movie that was kind of it wasn't the main lineage of Sean Connery. The first one was Casino Royale, and James Bond.
Casino Royale, I thought that just came out.
This was the original, early.
And not just came
1954
out,
was when it the original one came out.
Okay.
Anyway, the actor's name was Barry Nelson, who played James Bond.
Oh, okay.
So his last name is Nelson.
Got it.
The second sign says Mandela. So either this is
another prank video.
Right. Or it's a blink twice if you need help kind of situation.
And this guy's just we're creating alternate timelines over here.
Yes.
Somebody stop us.
Right.
I can't get out.
I'm literally bound by
Weird.
a contract with literally the devil.
Speaking of.
Which, if you look at the CERN logo, it is a series of
it's just
round shapes with tails.
Sure. Like a 6.
Right. But in different positions.
Yeah, 3 positions.
Yeah. So some people interpret that as what they have 666 as their logo.
Right. And when you were first telling me about that, I was why would advanced physicists, highly intelligent scientists, care to even reference the Bible? Even if they are the supervillains themselves. It's just
a little too on the nose.
A little too on the nose. Be more creative.
Yeah.
And so it seemed like a QAnon, far right. Oh, it's the devil.
Yeah.
It's a demon. It's the devil. We don't love those avenues. I feel like it's low-hanging fruit.
Sure.
But I had a thought. Because we're talking about parallel universe situation.
Well, and potential time travel as
well.
well.
Right, because that's sort of opening up portals. It's all on the same thread here.
Yeah.
I wondered, what if when this was first being discovered in the Christian lore, of the 666 being like the mark of the beast, the
Mhm.
Antichrist. What if they just saw like a bunch of people with CERN like name tags?
T-shirts.
Yeah, like, you know,
Yeah.
uniforms with their logo on it coming out of some crazy
Dude.
portal situation. And they're like, this is a lot. This is hellish. This is the devil. But really, it was just CERN workers.
Who just
And
like
so-
voiped into existence and
Yeah.
they're like, what the?
And so they're like, put that in the Bible.
It's
Like,
just-
you got to warn people. It's this, if they have the 666 on them in this weird configuration.
It's
Now,
just
this is
three dudes that appear in a room going, ah! And then they just blink out again.
Yeah,
and
that would
the
be.
people writing the Bible are like, what the? What was? Is that sixes?
That's what I'm thinking. You know.
The Corinthians. Six.
No,
Six.
it's in, yeah, but it was, no.
I never read
That's
it.
not the book. It was, okay. You don't say.
It didn't capture me. I don't
Sure.
know, just did not.
That was just a crazy little thought I had.
I mean, that's a good one though.
It's a stretch.
Not
And
to me.
just for funsies.
I think
but-
we're gonna get a weird phone call tomorrow
From Satan?
from unblocked number, unknown number, going, don't release that episode. And
How
hang
did
up.
we didn't release it yet? How did they hear it?
They are listening. I have my iPad.
But is it CERN or is it
We don't really
the devil
know
or is it the Christians?
where Jake
who's-
came from.
He's just a plant the whole time.
Government plant set like to keep an eye on us and make sure we don't really give out the truth.
Sure.
You know?
Okay.
Who knows, man? So there are three ideas about what might have happened. A, CERN opened a portal that shifted our entire planet over one reality.
Okay.
And the human consciousness
Just didn't pick up on it.
adapted.
Okay.
But there are some memories that were like, whoa, that doesn't seem right to me.
Sure.
The other idea is that CERN actually killed us all.
Whoa.
And the way that the universe works is when you die, you don't cease to exist. You just shift to the next
level.
consciousness,
Okay.
the next one over.
Sure.
So, and again, it's that same kind of thing where you're like retaining your cosmic memories or something
Okay.
like that. I said there was three, but I think there's only two.
Great.
So
yeah.
this,
I mean, in all of the above or none of the above.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's crazy to me that there is a team doing this research right now
yeah.
because it does seem like so dangerous.
Yes. And just real quick before we wrap it up, there were legitimate concerns by other scientists that were written in like letters to CERN or the government or whoever's like sort of like allowing them to do this
Well,
stuff.
there are a bunch of nations like
yeah.
in on the
I mean,
CERN
a
thing.
whole series of papers as to why
They shouldn't
we
do it.
definitely should not do this.
Weird. And they were like, you know what? We're going to do it.
We're going to just fire it up.
Okay. I do love the fact that it sounds so dangerous and they could be tearing black holes into everything and voiping us out of existence. But mostly it's like, didn't Britney Spears have like a headset microphone? You know?
Yeah, or that like literally our entire history is just different. I think it's all CERN's fault, to be honest. There's actually this kid that you should look up. His name is Max Laughlin, Laughan.
Okay.
And when
Not Bernstein.
not Bernstein, it was like 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, he became sort of like an internet sensation because he was 12 or 13 years old and he's literally just explaining the multiverse in like a very scientific
Yeah.
way. And he kind of goes on to explain how the CERN collider jumped us over one reality.
Okay.
And then he talks about how it's just one of like an infinite number of realities. And every time ours is destroyed, we just shift over to the next one.
Mhm.
But the way he explains it is like, who is this kid? And why is he a
And
genius?
how does he know?
So apparently he also built an energy collection device that was supposed to be like sort of Tesla-esque, where he was able to harness and like collect like literal electricity out of thin air.
Okay.
And he had like a working prototype, and he took it to like a science fair, 12 years old, and immediately like big name science people were like, no, this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And then he just vanishes. Like he's immediately not on social media or any
What?
sort of like YouTube presence or anything. And what's really weird is I was trying to find his original video of just him like at his kitchen counter, his dad's filming, and his dad's like, okay, so explain it to me one more time. And he's like, okay, Dad, I just said. And he goes on this 17-minute rant about CERN and alternate timelines, and ultimately he rounds out by explaining the Mandela Effect.
Okay.
And then I couldn't find the original video. Like,
Just like people
it's like literally people
sharing his video.
yeah,
Like,
talking
hey,
about it.
check
and,
out
like,
this kid.
Yeah, and like breaking it down.
Okay.
So I thought that was really weird. And then I went to look more into it, and like he literally is just like radio silence since then.
I wonder what he's working on.
Or
You think he was silenced? Like, silenced? Or like,
I don't
they
know.
just told him to calm down a little bit?
I'm just saying we better watch our back, because we've been saying a lot of stuff about CERN.
Yeah, but we
So-
don't know literally anything.
Knowing deep down in your fucking cosmic self
Yeah.
that this thing is incorrect
Mm-hmm.
is a really weird feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's like something that you should ignore. Just like we talk about all the time, where when you're ghost hunting and you have an ooky feeling, that's your body reacting to something.
To something. Look into it.
Yeah. This is that on like a fucking cosmic level.
Right. And it goes farther than like, oh, I've seen this, I've read about this, or I haven't seen this, I haven't read about this. A feeling is assigned to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was creeped out and was sure. And so that's interesting for sure. And I did talk, about the spellings and the other examples not being like whatever to me. But if you had a moment where you were so sure you have seen Bernstein, Stein,
Yes.
and you've seen it that way and you know that's how it was spelled. Like, I don't want to take that away from somebody.
Right.
Just for me personally, I think it's explainable, but we're on different realities at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
And then you start to think about like what even is reality, if your consciousness doesn't
And
believe
why do
something,
some
is it
people-
even real, or vice versa? And then it's just everything starts to unravel into madness. So we should probably stop.
Okay. Yeah, we're about to like lose it here.
Just pulling at the thread of reality itself. No big deal.
Again, if you have a Mandela effect that just really freaks you out, or if one of the ones that we've mentioned like specifically hits home for you,
Yeah.
leave it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe.
We hope you've had a frightful time with us here at Fright Life, a paranormal podcast.
Thanks so much for listening, you guys. We'll see you next time.